Hi Scrappy Peeps, Susanna here today to share this layout with you that I created for Coco Daisy for the Designers Challenge. The challenge is to make your title a feature of your project. So I have these 3 words, love these friends, that is very clearly a big feature of this layout. I created the background for this layout by using a bunch of scraps. As you can see, I'm pulling out of that gold bin there, and tag tops around the outer edge. I have a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock that's my main background, and then I trimmed off the second piece of white cardstock. I think I trimmed it 11 by 11 so that I have a 1/2 inch border. Actually, I lied. It's 10.5 by 10.5 so that I have about a 3/4 inch border all the way around, so that you can see all of these strips that I then ended up sewing to secure them to the layout. So I'm just going through my scrap stash from the March kit from this month and cutting them down to size so that they fit underneath. And I'm trying to get a good mix of the yellow, the pink, and that aquamarine color all underneath. I also have a little bit of black and white and some of those black frames that I cut in half just for a little punch to give your eye some sort of visual contrast to pull to. So a lot of the selvage strips are there. I also have bits and pieces from the Day in the Life kit and a couple of the Day in the Life journal cards. I've sped this up as you don't really need to see me spending, I think this took me about 20 minutes to pull this all together. While it is all scraps, it's not quite as easy as it seems. There's another one of the frames that I cut off of that pattern piece of paper to give that weight to some of it and a place to sort of rest your eye. I wanted another tag down the bottom to counteract that, and I also pulled out some of the stickers that came with this month's kit and finally decided that that was it. I really didn't need to add a whole lot more. So what I did was I used double-sided sticky tape in order to be able to get this from downstairs where my scrap nook is to upstairs where my sewing machine is. I was worried that if I just left all the pieces of paper as I had nicely arranged them, that I was going to have to rearrange them yet again upstairs as I carried the layout out. So this double-sided sticky tape allowed me to anchor these strips to my main piece of paper and then put that second white piece back on so that I could go upstairs and use my sewing machine to stitch the border, which you can see I wrote here. I've already done. I didn't film that process because I don't have a way of doing that really. So I know I want that title, Love These Friends, and I want that picture of my daughter and her writing friends. But I'm still stuck with this border. I think I need to have a few more elements in there. So I take bits and pieces of this month's print and cut files, and I'm messing around with those to see which of the ones that I like. Again, I just wanted a little added color because really, other than the title, which is the feature of my layout, the background is where you get some color. Funnily enough, that double-sided tape that I'd put in there got my sewing machine stuck, and it made playing with things on that left side where some of the tape stuck out really hard to do. So here's where I start to fussy cut these letters from the pattern paper, which I just went ahead and sped up because you don't need to see me fussy cut that. Also, when it comes to fussy cutting, make sure that you're moving your paper as well as closing your scissors and not moving your scissors around the paper. It just gives you a much cleaner cut. For the title for Love, rather than using the O, used that pennant as my O, which was appropriate for writing because when you show for writing, your rewards are those pennant banners that hang from the horse, and so I thought that was perfect for these girls. So there's that pennant that you can see, and I used the white thickers for these in the title of Love These Girls, and I like the 3 different colors that also add some interest to the page. There are little bits and pieces from the kit that are just some fun visual elements that I used in addition. I wanted another pop of yellow to just have that ripped edge on the right side that matched the ripped edge on the left side. And so I just stuck that in there, and I get out my Xyron sticker maker to run all of these letters through. It's really the easiest way. I could have used my ADG gun to get adhesive to the back of all these letters, but with the letters being the way they are, while I don't like everything always fully stuck down, I do like my letters for my titles fully stuck down. So you can see I'm rubbing the top layer in order to really get the adhesive to just the sticker part and adhere those to the page. I did actually journal directly on this layout too. I just journaled directly underneath so that you had that rectangle within the square frame created by the strips on the background. And I just used a couple of fun elements again from the print and cut files. The lovely thing about the print and cut files that come with the Cocoa Daisy kits is you can print that off as many times as you want, and you can have as many of those embellishments as you want. I used a few of the stickers from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet to just add a little bit of fun to the title. I messed around with the idea of outlining friends so that it matched love, but I didn't want the heaviness of the black on the friends, and it gave a little bit of delineation between the 3 different types of letters that I used. So there's the stickers, and playing with putting a few more things in. I liked that black love, love, love sticker that went by the pink pennant on the left-hand side of the layout because it added the balance between the black frame on the top and the black frame on the bottom, and that created that visual triangle which pulled your eye through the title down to the picture and back around. A few more of the stickers that came with various bits and pieces of the kit, and they were just stickers that sort of provided some support element to this layout. I really love those cut edges. It was a little time consuming in the process, but it was fun to do. Looking to find other ways of bits and pieces from the kit to incorporate. And I love these sequins. I've always loved Spiegel Mom Scraps sequences, and I love when they come in our Cocoa Daisy kit. So I had to have the pop of yellow on the page that these created. So I used my scotch in my needle nose bottle to get those on there, and that is pretty much all we've got for this layout, other than that other tag that I just put in there. I like that pop of pink. It kind of closes that white space just a little bit. So we'd love for you to play along with us this month for the Designers Challenge hosted by Lisa. You can post your layouts on Facebook under the Cocoa Daisy Challenges Facebook page. We'd love to see what you create and how you make your title your feature. Thanks for joining me. I've got some close-ups to follow. I'd love to see some thumbs up if you enjoyed my video. Feel free to ask any questions you might have, and we look forward to seeing what you create. Thanks for joining me.